Hi, Kate Tad here, as you can see in my shirt. So today I'm doing a college application 101 or applying to colleges 101. Just basically I will be explaining in this video everything you need to know to apply to college. So I'm going to go over key terms, I'm going to go over the timeline in extensive detail of what you should be doing as you enter your last year of high school. So I was just editing this and I realized that I talked for a lot longer than I expected. So I will be splitting up the key terms and the timeline into two separate videos, and I will be changing the applying to college 101 into a series. So please let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And here we go with the key terms. So I'm going to start with key terms and just like general definitions to know as you enter the college process. First, I'm going to do the ways that you can apply to college. So one of the most common ones is rolling admissions. That's probably like what your local state school offers. That's what a lot of schools offer. Rolling admissions mean that you apply at any point in the year, and then they will give you a decision as soon as they get to it. So it's like rolling. So whenever you apply, you'll probably take like a couple weeks or a couple months depending on the school, and you'll get a response. More selective universities, usually it's either an early application process or it's regular decision. So regular decision, usually the deadline is like January 1st or 2nd or January 15th-ish. You can apply to as many schools as you want, regular decision, and it doesn't matter, and then you'll get your decision usually around March. It depends on each school, so make sure you look at that. And then there's early applications. So these are usually due November 1st or November 15th. There are a couple that I know of. So there is early decision. This is the most exclusive. This is the most you have to be really committed to this college if you want to apply early decision, because it means that if you get in, you are required to go. You're signing an agreement that if you get into this college, you're going to that college. Once I heard a college representative describe it as getting down on one knee and proposing, because that's what you are. You're committing to a college. So make sure you know that's your top choice if you're going to do early decision at a school. The other way you can do it is early action. There are a couple different types of early action. Depends on your school. I've heard of single choice early action or restrictive early action or just non-binding early action. So non-binding early action means that you can apply to as many schools early as you want, and it doesn't matter. It's just your choice, whatever schools you want to apply early. Single choice or restrictive or certain other early action agreements mean that you can only apply to one place early. So make sure you look into whatever school you were thinking about applying early before you commit to any of these options. You can get any offer of admission revoked if you break these rules. Next is decisions or offers of admission, basically. So obviously, acceptance means you got into the school. Rejection means that you did not make it in. But then there is deferred or waitlisted. So deferral means when you apply early somewhere and you didn't get accepted or rejected. It means that in December they cannot make a final decision on your application and they're deferring you to the regular decision application. A waitlist means that your regular decision application is not accepted or rejected once again, and they're waiting to see how many people will accept their offer of admission at a certain school before letting you know if you can get in. And usually waitlists are very hard to get off of, so I would say do not count on a waitlist to get into a school, but it is an option. And then you can do things like send a letter of continued interest, which is a letter that you're talking about, oh, I still really want to go to this school, I still am really committed, and then you can possibly get off the waitlist. But once again, do not commit to anything. For when you're making your college list, there are going to be match, safety, and reach schools. So match schools means that you have a solid shot of getting in. It's at your level. It's a reasonable place to apply to, and you could get in. Safety school means that if all goes to hell and you don't get into any match schools, you don't get any reach schools, it's a school that you actually want to get in. That's key. You want to be able to actually be happy at the school. Make sure you find safety schools that you like and that you could be okay going to, because a lot of people apply to safety schools just so they have a school they could possibly go to, or so they could go to college but they don't actually like it and they'll be miserable there. You don't want that. There are solid colleges that aren't selective that you could be very happy at, and make sure you find those and you apply to those, so that way even if you don't get into your top schools, even if you don't get in almost anywhere, you still have a choice that you're going to be happy with. Reach schools are just that. They're schools that you're not going to count on getting in, that are very difficult, very selective usually, but you want to try and you still have a shot. Next, I'm going to talk about Common App and Coalition App. Common App is just the common application that most colleges accept. It's very self-explanatory if you look at the Common App website, and it tells you basically exactly what to say. Most colleges accept it, so that way you don't have to keep rewriting your extracurriculars, you don't have to keep writing your honors, and all the basic information. It's just a one and done. That way you can just send it along to multiple colleges. But once again, like, not everyone accepts this, so you have to look into your specific college. There's also the Coalition App, which I personally don't have any experience with, but it's very similar to the Common App. But you can start it earlier in high school, so that way you can keep track of your activities and extracurriculars as you go throughout, which I think is a little bit easier. But then again, it just depends on where you're applying and what they accept. Some places even just have school-specific ones that you only use a specific application according on their website to apply. So you have to just make sure you're researching your colleges, because that is key to being prepared as you go into this college process. Another thing is demonstrated interest. I'm going to emphasize that not all colleges look at that. It's just when you visit the college, or you go to an information session, or you meet with a rep, or you're emailing your state representative, and like other information like that, that you're showing that you're interested in a specific college and you're not just applying to apply to another place. I know some places consider this as they consider an applicant, but I don't think most schools consider it terribly heavily. Make sure you look on the college website, because usually it specifies if they look at demonstrated interest, and you don't have to fly up to the school because of this. You can still go to information session, email your people, and just don't stress too much about this specific part of the application. Just know that it does exist. Net price calculators. Most colleges offer it on their website, where you can enter your financial information into a calculator and they will tell you your estimated financial aid. Well, they're making no promises, but it's most likely what you're going to be offered. It's like a general ballpark of what you'll be offered, and that way you can consider if that's affordable for your family. And make sure you do that, because some places had bad financial aid and I ignored it and I still applied, but then I got bad financial aid and I didn't consider it any longer. Schools work hard to make sure the net price calculators are accurate to how they actually determine financial aid. So make sure you look into those and determine that if you're going to be applying for financial aid. Also know that cost of attendance, or like the sticker price that is listed at the front of the college, is not how much you're actually going to be end up paying. Like, my college says like $78,000 a year, but I'm not paying even nearly that much because of financial aid. And make sure you're also looking at need-based financial aid and merit-based financial aid. A lot of top colleges today do not offer merit-based financial aid, and you want to know that, and you also want to know which merit-based financial aid you need a separate application for. Once again, if I haven't emphasized it enough, research is the key to being prepared in this college process. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you learned a word or this video was helpful to you, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please leave in the comments down below what do you want to see next in the Applying to College 101 series. And there are also so many other words that I could have included that you need to know before applying to college. So please let me know if you want a part 2. And also just make sure you subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.